Can I thank the member for her question? Improving the accessibility of the transport network is a key priority for both myself and TfL. And I'm proud we've made significant progress in recent years, with the caveat there's much more to be done. TfL offers a turn-up-and-go staff assistance service on the Tube, London Overground and Elizabeth line. Following a successful trial, Access DLR, a free travel assistance service for anyone aged 18 or older who needs extra support in the DLR, that was also recently made permanent. If for any reason TfL is not able to offer this assistance to customers or step-free access is unavailable, TfL staff will help customer plan an alternative step-free journey to their destination. All TfL frontline staff receive training on what to do in these situations, and the policy is clear. When there isn't a reasonable alternative route using public transport, or the customer doesn't feel able to make the alternative journey, station staff will book a complimentary accessible taxi for the customer. Customers don't need to pay for these taxis themselves or claim the cost back later. If there are instances where customers have been advised otherwise, TfL will want to be made aware of these so they can ensure it doesn't happen again. TfL regularly updates staff on the customer taxi policy and the process to follow for booking. Arriva Rail London, GTS Rail and Keolis Amy, which operate the London Overground, Elizabeth line and the DLR respectively on TfL's behalf, do the same. TfL is also undertaking a review of its travel assistance services. This is a pan-TfL review with oversight from a member of TfL's Independent Disability Advisory Group. The findings will be published in 2026. More broadly, TfL and I will continue to work hard to make the network more accessible and open to all. Since I became Mayor, the number of step-free stations on the Tube network has increased from a quarter over a third. In addition, I'm pleased our investment and new technology means that a third of lifts on TfL's transport network now automatically report whether out of service, with real-time updates sent to journey planning tools to minimise the chance that people need to change their plans midway through a journey. TfL will continue to roll out this technology until all lifts on the network are self-reporting. Despite these significant improvements to accessible transport in London, I recognise that more must be done to make London's transport network truly accessible and inclusive, and I'll continue to work with TfL and the member to achieve this.
Thank you. And there is absolutely no doubt that TfL is doing an awful lot of work to try and improve the accessibility of the system for disabled people. I'm raising one particular case of a constituent who actually travelled here from City Hall to home in Herne Hill a couple of months ago, and their journey ended up involving taxis between 3 stations, 3 different cabs, a 45-minute journey that ended up taking 4.5 hours. TfL ended up paying £132, but if the cab had been booked from Royal Victoria, where he started, back to his home in Herne Hill, it would have just been £68. Now, during this extended trip, TfL staff seemed a bit unclear about what options they are authorised to provide, and you were very clear in your opening that it is possible to book a taxi. Now, to be clear, the constituent doesn't want to travel by taxi. They want to travel on a step-free public transport network independently. But just briefly, are you aware that disabled Londoners can have such challenging journeys on the network?
Yeah, I'm aware. Just to put on record my thanks to the member for organising for TfL colleagues to accompany her constituent so they could understand the challenges they face. Just to let her know, not just as Mayor, but when I was the Transport Minister, I also undertook journeys with people in wheelchairs so I could understand some of the challenges faced by people across the country, including London. We've got to make sure as much of public transport is for all the public. That means making it accessible. I'm more than happy to go and look at individual examples if she wants me to.
That's great. This constituent has one idea that might have helped in the situation that he was in, which is that TfL could produce for disabled people to carry just a card that explains that it is possible to book a taxi, and that so that rather than feeling like a nuisance and like you're pressing for particular support, that happens automatically. Would you be up for looking into that?
More than happy. So just explain to them about the moment, of course, the TfL website and TfL staff are trained. This to me seems like a really cost-effective way. And if it's a TfL product, I say this in a generous way, no member of staff will think that it's been made up by the individual to try and get away with not paying a taxi fare. So let me take that away and work with her to get the wording right and stuff.
Thank you very much.